Yo, we in shape, no more fat boy shit. Yeah, yes, sir. We work. Man, we out here getting
sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, fresh Crocs on. You know what I'm saying? With the hot tops. You know how we get that? Yeah, sure. Yeah, real conscious thing going on, man. Yes.
Yo, we in shape, no more fat boy shit. Yeah, yes, sir. We work.
Wow, Errol Spence shocking weight loss. He looks in monster shape ahead of the Danny Garcia fight, which is now official. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Let's get into it. Now, Fox had a card a couple days ago on Saturday, and it was actually a really good card. Wasn't their biggest card, but the fights were really good. You know, I got to learn about some of the different fighters and, you know, check for different people. Jamal James impressed. His right hand was like, you know, laser beam on Thomas Delorme. Delorme, definitely a game effort. And during this telecast, one fight they announced is the fight that I know a lot of you guys are waiting for. You've been coming to my channel and showing love every time I talk about it. So make sure you guys smash the like button. That's Errol Spence Jr., as you guys see on the screen, versus Danny Garcia, November 21st. Fox PBC pay-per-view. Let's go. Let's get it. Errol Spence. Nobody else in the welterweight division has 2 belts. Errol Spence does. At one point, Keith Thurman was the man, and he was the guy with 2 belts, but now it's Errol Spence Jr. It's kind of funny how that works out because Errol Spence was targeting Keith Thurman and trying to fight him for the longest. In my opinion, Keith Thurman didn't really want that smoke for whatever reason. Maybe because Errol's a tough out for anybody at the welterweight division. And fast forward to the future, now Errol Spence is the guy with 2 belts in the welterweight division, and he's the man and the money man and stuff like that. And Keith Thurman, he lost his last fight. Still a good fighter. I thought he did good with the Pacquiao in the second half, but he started off kind of rocky and I thought he was winning the first round, but he got clipped up. Pacquiao did that fast. And then he just fell straight back. It looked like a statue or something how he fell back. But he was squared up, got caught. Pacquiao's quick, boom, set him down. Now, anyway, Errol Spence is the money man in the division. You guys seen the clip at the beginning. He's jogging and he's in shape. And he's in monster shape. Shocking weight loss. Errol Spence, he self-admittedly has explained on several podcasts and interviews for anyone that would listen some of the mistakes. I think, you know, we're on the cusp of seeing possibly the true Errol Spence. You know, it is very possible that Errol Spence that we've seen for the last couple of fights since he's been, you know, making the M's and the millions and stuff might not have been Errol at 100%, you know, for his own reason, not necessarily injury or anything, but because of discipline. You know, he's frequently talked about this. The funny thing is, Errol Spence, I don't think he has discipline issues like some guys. Some guys has discipline issues. I think Errol Spence is a gym rat when he's in the gym. The problem is when Errol Spence is not in the gym. You know, he seemed to, before the accident, enjoy, you know, fried foods and red snapper. And, you know, he's the man. You know what I mean? He had beaten Kell Brook and stuff like that. He's touching M's, buying new whips, and, you know, has some rappers, celebrity friends, was getting invited to different spots. And he kind of lost his way a little bit, you know, in terms of the discipline. But now you guys see him. You've seen the clip at the beginning. The man's in shape right now. Now, this is great news if you're Errol Spence, because Errol Spence, his fight is not until November. late November, like by Thanksgiving. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Danny Garcia, definitely no pushover. I follow Danny Garcia's career. I've been at spots with Danny Garcia. And, he's a great dude. I've covered his fights, and he's no pushover. He's no slouch. Errol Spence, he's a dog. He got to get credit, bro. You got to give him credit because this man, no tune-ups, had the accident, and he came back man style and is like, what? Put me back in that water. Put me back in that deep end. I'm a shark. I mean, I have no choice. That dogged mentality, I have no choice but to respect that as a man. Errol Spence is looking to prove something. Now, it could backfire if Danny Garcia beats him, obviously, because he'll lose his belt. And the thing that makes this fight super interesting is people ultimately don't know what will happen, because it would be wrong almost to not include the accident. That's something you went through. You know what I mean? No pun intended. But you actually experienced it. So even though seemingly you were unscathed, sometimes there's stuff beneath the surface, like if you take a punch and all of a sudden, your punch resistance is down. Danny Garcia is definitely not the person for that. But obviously Errol Spence feels he's good. Mentally, he definitely looks like he's on track and strong-minded, and also physically. So I'm looking forward to the best Errol Spence Jr. And the legend of Errol Spence, in my opinion, is going to grow if he looks good. If Danny Garcia fight looks anything like the other Garcia, no relation, that Errol Spence fought, which is Mikey Garcia last year, a fight that I went to and I covered. And let me tell you, it was lit in Texas. It was lit. I had much fun covering that fight. But if Errol Spence looks anything like that Garcia fight with this Garcia, Danny, then his legend is going to go through the roof, because the man survived a car accident. Like, I'm talking about if he looked good and dominates, or almost stops Danny Garcia. I mean, wow. You got to give this man credit regardless, though, because he's risking it all, and he's keeping his weight down, and he's doing what he's supposed to be doing as a true unified champion. And sometimes people need those wake-up calls. I think Errol Spence got one. Luckily, it didn't claim his life, and he's able to still be with his family and friends, and also be here for his fans. And that's the most important thing, It could have went way worse. Look at Paul Williams. He got in an accident, and people don't remember this. Paul Williams was actually signed to fight Canelo Alvarez, and I was looking forward to that fight at the time. Now, Canelo versus Paul Williams, we never got to see it because of the tragic accident, and he's now confined to a wheelchair, in case you guys didn't know or started watching boxing after that. So one of the sad stories in boxing, but yeah, he was scheduled to fight Canelo, and that was a big step up in Canelo's career at the time, So I would have loved to see it, and I thought that was a tough fight for Canelo, because Paul Williams had been in there with the best, Sergio Martinez twice. He had fought Erislandy Lara at that point. He had already fought tricky guys like Carlos Molina. Who else had he fought? Erislandy Lara had fought, Paul Williams had already fought Antonio Margarito, etc. So that would have been a good fight. Paul Williams. Let me know in the comment section. Back to Errol Spence. Love what he's doing. Definitely a dog and a warrior. He's defending his belts in style, and he's looking for all the smoke. So, it's not a shock if you know Errol Spence or you've followed his career. He's been like this before. He was hunting down Kell Brook for the longest. Kell Brook was the one kind of making soft excuses, like saying, oh, he's Jeff Lacey and who's he really beat, and I'm looking for money fights with Pacquiao. Errol Spence was like, nah, you got to see me. And he worked and became the mandatory. The rest is history. So I like this. The other great thing for Errol Spence is you see the type of shape he's in already. That makes training camp a breeze, because now you can have job-specific training and sparring as opposed to having a fat camp. So Errol Spence behind the scenes must have known that he was fighting Danny Garcia, and with everything with this whole situation and recovery and physical therapy and switching the teeth and all this stuff. He just has his mind locked in. I feel like Errol Spence is a problem, especially right now, because he has something to prove. Before, you know, he was atop of the division and maybe some of that hunger dissipated. But now people are doubting him. People are saying, oh, you can't get in the same shape. You're not going to look the same. What if you can't take a punch? So now he's looking to disprove the naysayers. He even said it, you know, on his social media. I made a video about it. He said, after this date, November 21st, holla at me. I'm going to screenshot all y'all and see what's popping. But I like the dedication to the gym at the elite level. That's part of the components. Errol Spence has everything else already. We already knew fundamentals, chin, got the dog mentality, in shape. You know, he's not really missing weight. His biggest issue was controlling his weight and having fat camps in his off season. And he's already documented that. But I actually don't mind him talking about this so much in Twitter and in interviews, because once you admit the problem, it's easy to correct it, because you know you have a problem, or you know that you could do something better. You know, I self-evaluate myself all the time. You know what I mean? I think self-assessments and evaluations are key to growth, because if you think you're going through this world and you're not doing anything wrong and your shit don't stink and everything's perfect, then maybe you don't change anything. So maybe you get looked over for a job promotion or whatever, because you think there's nothing you can do better, you know? So you got to evolve, you got to make adjustments, you got to adapt, and you got to grow. And maybe this was what Errol Spence needed to grow. Let me know what you guys think. I do like what I'm seeing from Errol Spence. He looks in the zone and he's making his job easier. Danny Garcia is no pushover. Stay tuned to my channel, because I'm going to be talking about this fight, you know, a lot because it's one of the best fights to be made. And this is a superstar fight. The winner could fight Pacquiao, all types of stuff. You know, some people might want to see the winner fight Conor McGregor or something crazy, especially if Pacquiao fights Conor McGregor. You know, Keith Thurman options out there, Sean Porter rematch. There's a ton of options out there. Depends on who wins. Let me know what you guys think. Use my affiliate links, ESPN Plus, link in the description if you want to sign up. They got a ton of content that they frequently upload. Check out the commercial at the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think. Errol Spence, he's jogging, he's in shape, he looks hungry, and it looks like he got a chip on his shoulder and he's coming to eat. Man down. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, hi, I'm Mike Tyson, come and watch my fight. Floyd Mayweather, easy work, I'm rich. And Manny Pacquiao, yes, it's up to my promoter, just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.